Yes. All right. So welcome everyone. I am Abigail Quinn. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for Mesa Enterprises. And this webinar is titled How to Leverage Your Concierge for Optimal Guest Experience in 2022. Hopefully I don't have too many technical difficulties here. I had a few last time, and Tyrone is going to help me show a video in a little bit, very short video, 2 minutes max, I believe. And for the next 20 minutes, I am going to reveal how you can leverage your concierge to optimize your guest experience, keep them coming back, have them writing amazing reviews about you. And this webinar can generate your business millions of dollars, quite literally. So it's a good time to maybe not look at your phone and pay attention to email. It's up to you. Just putting it out there for you. So let me share my screen before I get too far into it here. 1 second for me. All right, I've done this a million times today. You'd think I'd be a little bit better at it. Okay. And hopefully I won't skip any slides. I'm prone to do that too. They are tiny on my screen. So guests vote with their wallets. And if you provide your guests with an amazing experience, not only are they more likely to come back time and time again, they're also going to be able to share those experiences they're going to want to with their friends, family, and the internet at large. If you're a luxury hotel or resort, chances are the majority of your customers saved for many, many years to come to your establishment. They come there so they can make lasting memories, and they're going to keep those with them for the rest of their lives. They're going to tell people about it. And you absolutely want to be a part of that. You want your guests to love your brand, to love everything about you. I personally am a brand loyalist. I don't know what it is, but and I know a lot of people out there like this too. I'm not sure the exact number, but if you give someone an amazing experience and you become a part of their life, they're going to keep you a part of their life too. All right, so just some quick stats here. 70% of consumers will leave a review if you ask them to. Hopefully you're asking them to. That's a good part of your client relationship management. So if you're going to ask, make sure you're positioned for good news. 52% of all internet users ages 25 through 34 have posted reviews online. And those most likely to complain about a poor guest experience are older men rather than millennials. Let's see here. Over 43% of all TripAdvisor users were between the ages of 50 and 64, kind of surprising. So most of them leave reviews. So all the more reason to keep them happy. Now, properties catering to a higher income guest are at higher risk for being scrutinized online. There are a number of different studies, so we're taking some averages here, and I have those numbers. If you want them, get with me and I can make that happen for you. But customers who had a household income of over 150,000 had the longest memory when it came to bad customer service experience. And among the participants in these studies earning more than 150,000 a year, 100% of them had shared their bad customer experiences with others. And that is important because bad reviews will hurt your business, especially in leisure and hospitality. Okay, so the price of a room is the most important factor when guests choose a hotel and make reservations. However, the second most important are the customer reviews. Bad reviews almost always outweigh price when it comes to booking a booking decision. So if there are more bad reviews, obviously they're just going to look elsewhere. Now, 79% of consumers consider guest reviews just as relevant as recommendations from their friends and relatives. 90% of travelers say they're influenced by online reviews, portal reviews before they make a booking. And there was a study by Test Pilot that showed the majority of guest reviews are either overwhelmingly positive or overwhelmingly negative, and there are very few in between, meaning that people are very passionate about expressing what their stay was like, and they want to share that with other people, and the people searching take that all into consideration. According to one study, 35% of internet users would refrain from booking if they found more negative than positive reviews about a hotel online, and 20% of those would stop what they were doing and actually go and tell other people, like, hey, look what I found. This is crazy. I'm never going to stay here, and you probably shouldn't either. So the better your hotel or brand, the more your guests expect from you. And you have to deliver your promise, or else they're going to make you pay. How much? Studies show anywhere from 22% to 70% of your yearly revenue is affected or potentially lost from bad reviews. That's quite a lot. That's enough to put you out of business. So let's talk a little bit about the concierge and the origins of the concierge. The concierge, as we've known to, as we have come to know and love, originates around 1700 AD in France. And that word comes from the Latin word conservus, which means fellow slave. And of course, that's not really what the concierge did. And they were actually the doorkeeper or the representative of the landlord. And they did things like make sure that the luggage was handled, that there were enough candles in the rooms, nobody burned anything down. Everybody had, the little hot stones they put in the foot of your bed to keep your feet warm. They did stuff like that. And while the modern concierge can still fetch candles, if you ask them to, I don't know anybody who's ever asked concierge to get some candles. They can also do things like arrange local services, get transportation, give you general information about the hotel, the area. In order to live up to 400 years of myth and legend and generally enhance your guest experience, your concierge is expected to do these things. It's kind of what people hear. When they hear the word concierge, they have this thought in mind, and that's what they're hoping to get. So there are three things your concierge must have: information, availability, and presence. First up, your concierge must know. So in 2021, your concierge is expected to know anything and everything about your hotel, the local area, and pretty much anything under the sun. They need to be Google, Eventbrite, TripAdvisor, Ticketmaster, and basically the internet all rolled into one, because that's what they're expecting, and we don't want to disappoint them. And in truth, your guests don't really need the concierge, because all that stuff I just mentioned can pretty much be accessed from their handheld device, whatever that is. So what they really want is the experience. They want to be serviced. They want to be pampered. That's why they're coming. Even if they're just traveling for business, they still expect these things and want them. And they're going to go back and tell their friends about, whatever that concierge experience was like. And we're going to talk here in a second about some stats and why that's a really big deal. So next up, your concierge must be available. Now, traditionally, staffing your concierge might not have been an issue. However, thanks to COVID-19 fears, vaccine mandates, extended unemployment benefits, and reduced occupancy and revenue, businesses are short-staffed and have to prioritize who they're actually going to put in various roles. And since the concierge is often considered more of a luxury, a lot of hotels are putting their priorities into other roles. And it's estimated that 96% of businesses in the hospitality industry are seeing staffing shortages. 1 in 6 hospitality jobs are vacant. And according to the Labor Department's job openings and labor turnover survey released, I believe what we have here, November 12th of this year, the quit rates in leisure and hospitality are twice the national average compared to all the other industries, and they're at near record highs. So it's pretty terrifying. With limited personnel, the dream of having a concierge on staff that's going to impress your guests 24/7 might as well be a fantasy. Concierge tasks often fall on already overwhelmed front desk personnel, which are also really short staffed. Trust me, I know I call a lot of hotels, and it's really hard to get anybody to answer the phone. So they don't really have time to give people awesome information about the local area, about the hotel, about anything, really. They're kind of busy. So here's the question: how are you supposed to leverage your concierge to enhance guest experience if you can't keep the position staffed? I do have a fix for it, and I'm going to tell you about it in a moment, but there's one other thing, possibly the most important thing, that I want to talk to you about first. So in order to leverage your concierge, people have to find and engage with them. So we need your concierge to be used. And here are some more troubling stats for you. Pre-COVID, there were approximately 77,000 hotels and motels in the United States, 52 hotels at the end of 2015. We're still waiting for the numbers to come in for the 2019. It's probably not going to be great. Only 1.9% of luxury hotels in the United States employ concierges. As of 2013, only 50% of guests use the concierge services. That's not very much at all. I would imagine that it's much lower in 2019. We're still waiting on the data. 67% of travelers use their phones and devices to make reservations, to find local services, things that your concierge could be doing for them. but they're not. And we'll talk about that here, why that's happening. In 2014, a Gallup poll indicated that many hotel customers would be willing to do away with concierge services in favor of a reduced room rate. Obviously, they would, because only 50% are actually using them. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't have a concierge. There's a quote attributed to Henry Ford that I believe, and I'm winging it here, I don't know if this is the exact quote. It goes like this: if I'd have asked people what they wanted, they'd have said faster horses. Okay, so the customer, yes, the customer is always right to an extent, but they don't always know what they want, especially if they don't have all the information and they don't know what's available to them. All right, so let's talk about why guests might not be using the concierge. First of all, there are some obvious reasons, like they have Google in their pocket at all times. They're also, concierges are usually few and far between. Nobody sees them. Nobody's really been to one, only 50%. A lot of times it's older people as opposed to millennials. So as time goes on, they just think less and less about them. So they're not even really looking for them. And worse yet, when hotels do employ concierge, a lot of times they kind of stuff them off to the side in a dark, dimly lit area, so nobody even knows they're there. And I don't know if you know many millennials, but a lot of them have difficulty approaching people. And so they're not just, it's not going to be second nature to them to just walk up to your concierge and start asking them questions. It's going to be a little bit awkward for them, maybe a little bit uncomfortable, especially if they don't know what the value is, right? So how are you supposed to leverage that concierge to maximize positive guest experience if you can't keep the position staffed? Only 50% of your guests are taking advantage of the service in the first place. And again, I do have a solution. All right, Tyrone, if you could do me a quick favor here. Hold on, let me unshare my screen. I'm going to stop my share. And Tyrone, if I have a video, you guys, but my video card is not working. So, well, I mean, it's working. It's just not going to play this video. So I'm going to have Tyrone share his screen real quick and show you this quick video. It's 2 minutes. It's going to, well, you'll see. Can you guys hear the video? Because I can't. Someone raise their hand if they can hear it. Okay, so it's not just me, Tyrone. I can't hear the video, and someone says they also cannot hear it. Hold on, Tyrone. I suspect you're muted. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oh, asked to unmute. I just clicked it twice. All right, teamwork. Okay, now you're unmuted. Can you rewind it? I'm glad it wasn't just me. Okay, thanks.
Okay, you want to go back to the beginning?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, because everything is turned up as high as it can on my end.
Yeah, I think you were just muted, so it just didn't play.
There is nothing else out there like this. My name is Tyrone. I am the co-owner of Mesa Enterprises.
My name is Abigail Quinn, and I'm the director of sales and marketing.
My name's Tracy, and I am a founder of Mesa Enterprises, and I'm the software designer.
I became involved with Mesa because I saw an incredible opportunity for businesses to reach their customers in a way that has not been available before. Central Hub and Resource Link, or Cheryl, is gesture controlled, which I'm a big fan of. I am a germaphobe. Something that a lot of people aren't aware of is that most touch screens are filthy.
There are nearly 235,000 colony-forming cultures per square inch on any given touchscreen. That was in an article released by Healthline.
Everybody wants access to information. They need access to information, but how they access that information is the game changer.
People want to get back out into the world, get a sense of normalcy again. They want to go back out and experience things. And that's what Cheryl does. Cheryl gives back the experience that COVID has taken away from us through this fear that has been put on individuals by making us hyper aware of everything that we touch.
Cheryl is an 8-foot tall, digital gesture controlled kiosk that provides information to users, which can be tracked and analyzed in real time. That information can be accessed via the web portal from any browser. Cheryl comes in 1, 2, and 3, and 4 user units, and the cabinetry can be customized to fit the business's brand.
You think about digital billboards along the highway. Nobody scans a QR code doing 80 miles an hour. Right idea, wrong setting.
We've created a bridge between a physical space and a digital space.
A physical setting where someone can actually go up and have time to scan that QR code, engage. That's the appropriate setting for something like that.
You need to learn what actually makes you stand out. And people have all these assumptions of what they think works, and they actually don't really know because they don't have the data to really support it. Because of technology, people's needs are changing at a very rapid rate, and we have to have a way to learn what those changes are. Cheryl allows businesses to do that. If you're ready to learn more, you can contact Mesa's team, and we are more than happy to help you discover the solution that will work best for your business.
Okay, I think, all right, let me pop back up. I think Tyrone's done sharing, so now I have to share again. 1 second for me. See if I can find it. I suspect. And then 1 second. Oh, I got to switch slides. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. 1 second, you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. Tyrone, are you still sharing, or am I losing my mind over here? I can't see my slides now. Oh, wait, maybe it's
I
this
am
one.
not still sharing.
Oh, that's what hold on. I got it. I figured it out. All right. I couldn't find my slides. All right. Hopefully that's back up now. Okay. So let me tell you a little bit about Central Hub and Resource Link, or Cheryl. It is, as you probably heard through the video, a gesture-controlled digital concierge kiosk. It provides users with relevant information, focused information via multi-sensory experience, and it's going to help businesses with advertising opportunities and real-time data tracking and analytics. Cheryl's design demands attention. Everything about it, from the shape, from the lit decals, everything. It's completely designed to get people to come over to it and look at it. So because there isn't, wait, hold on 1 second. I'm having a glitch in the matrix over here, guys. I'll have to forgive me. My screen's tripping out a little bit. Okay, so where did I leave off? All right, so where half of your guests don't use the concierge service because it's not available or they can't find it, Cheryl basically solves that problem for you. Oh, that's the same slide. Here are some amazing. If you know anything about marketing, these are amazing stats, okay? Regardless of where we place Cheryl, 20% of all foot traffic stops to engage with it. And when that is near the entrance, that number jumps to 40%. And not only do they want to stop and check it out, the average engagement time is an incredible 6 minutes. That never happens, you guys. People are having fun. They're walking away smiling. They're talking about it. They take pictures with it. They take videos with it. It's a completely different situation than, you know, going and talking to the person at the desk in the corner and the concierge. Completely different. Now, Cheryl is multisensory, so it uses sight, sounds, and physical movement, which result in the user feeling as though they're playing a game. That's the first thing that comes to mind for them. And essentially, because they're having fun, a lot more fun than talking to another human being in a darkly lit corner, if they're available. They get the same feeling, the same pleasure chemicals that they do when they are, you know, they're at an amusement park. It's not quite a roller coaster ride, I'm not going to lie to you, but it's definitely, it still gets that warm, fuzzy feeling that makes them, it associates you, your brand, and even the advertisers with those feelings. Now, I don't know, again, if you don't have a marketing background, this might be news to you. But mass marketing campaigns, especially with some of the major brands out there, to name a few, Nike, Coca-Cola, some of the more common ones, that McDonald's, their whole purpose is to make you associate, at least as far as their advertising campaigns go, make you associate their brand with the best feelings in life. And Cheryl literally makes people have that experience within seconds of them stepping up into the engagement window. So let me see. Did I skip a slide? I may have. I don't think, yes, here we go. Now, Cheryl can provide all the information your concierge can, and probably more. You might be wondering what type of information, and basically just about anything. Okay, so yes, it's the same stuff that Google has, but this is much more focused. It's not, I'm sure you've Googled something and then you've gotten random information from all over town. This is going to give them very specific information about businesses, attractions, and things right in the immediate area, things that tourists or people traveling for business commonly ask about, things that they need. And this, so it's extremely focused. Any promotional information that you have, your loyalty program, you can use that too. It is a germ-free experience if you want to program it for any type of check-in and check-out. You don't have to worry about anybody spreading diseases through touching things. You can put information about local history, businesses, medical and religious facilities, even information on local customs if you want to. There's also opportunities for gaming, and Cheryl can be integrated with the guest rooms and the TVs in the guest room. And perhaps, best of all, at least I think so, with my sales background, Cheryl provides massive revenue opportunities. So unless your concierge is spending their free time sign waving on behalf of local businesses or getting some sort of commission on the brochures and business cards they're handing out, they're probably not generating any revenue. Cheryl does. In fact, it generates massive revenue. When not actively being used by a user, each unit scrolls, it auto scrolls up to 150 unique screens, which local businesses can take advantage of. Depending on the layout, you can actually get up to 1,200 unique messages per unit. And that's far better, obviously, than having a brochure by the door. Let's see, depending on your location, you can charge anywhere from $500 to $5,000 per full screen ad per month. It's just going to depend, obviously. But even if you sell just 15 advertising screens for the bottom of the barrel price of $500 each, you're still looking at $90,000 in additional revenue each year. Definitely your traditional concierge isn't going to do that for you. If you sell a third of the available screens, 50, at the upper range of $5,000, you're looking at an additional $3 million in revenue a year. And probably a big bonus and pat on the back from the boss, right? So compare that with the average yearly salary of a traditional concierge, which only 50% of people are using anyways, which you're probably going to have a hard time staffing. That's going to cost you $30,000. And let me tell you a little bit about how Cheryl works. So when users step into the engagement window, the auto scrolling ads are going to stop. And then the user can either search for what they're looking for by category or alphabetically. They can simply hold their hand to the side or scroll through messages and the advertisements as they see fit. So that's one of the best things about Cheryl. We're not just bombarding them with information. They actually get to choose. And we found that when we allow them to choose the information, that's part of the reason why they spend so much time engaged in it. They like looking for information. So obviously they're going to keep doing that until they find what they're looking for. Pressing forward on your selection is going to open a landing page. Now, this is not a landing page on an external website. We don't want things to get hacked. We don't want anybody putting crazy messages up there. This is internal, so that obviously for security reasons. We can put any type of information in here. As I mentioned, there are things like QR codes, videos, image galleries, surveys, anything that you could want. It's basically your space or your advertising partner space. And this information, so as people are using the unit, it's tracking their engagement. Now, this is not biometrics. It's not tracking their face and anything like that. This is just, what are they interacting with? What are they interested in? And businesses can take this information in real time. It's very easy for them to log in and see what's going on with their messaging. and they can make changes as necessary. And this is something that a lot of traditional advertising and even digital marketing doesn't really allow for. And this is better than Google because, or why it's better than Google, if you haven't pieced it together yet. Search engines offer very general information. Again, it's a wide range of services. And Cheryl's gonna put your partners, put your brand information right in front of them so that they don't necessarily, even though they get freedom to choose, they're not just being bombarded by all of the things. We're going to make that process much easier for them. They're going to have a much better experience, and they're going to go back and tell people about it. So I believe I covered most of this. Now, I did mention in the video, if you could hear, all right, the sound was a little fuzzy on my end. Cheryl does come in 1, 2, 3, and 4 user units. There is a 70-inch LCD screen on each of those. That's what the unit or the user is. It's just a different screen on each side. This is American-made, handcrafted cabinetry, can be customized to fit your brand. It doesn't have to say Mesa. We can customize it so that it matches your colors, and obviously the decals and everything will be customized. All right, so where did I leave off here? Tiny slides, you guys. Thank you for bearing with me. So why Cheryl? Why now? Cheryl is a first to market information delivery system. There's truly nothing else like it on the market. It's going to provide your guests with a fun, safe, and unforgettable experience. And your company is going to love the sleek, modern design, as well as all the additional revenue that it will generate you. I'm sure you're wondering about price. Some people don't want to tell you the price because they want you to get on the phone. I'm not like that. Our team's not like that. We want you to know what you're looking at here. So there are some one-time base fees. And I won't read it verbatim. I mean, you can pretty much see on here, we have, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse, got the base programming and licensing, software, equipment installation, cabinetry. These prices, by the way, don't include shipping, tax, obviously, because we have to, that's going to depend on where you're at, how much you're shipping and that type of thing. Then we have the monthly maintenance fees and operation. So obviously those are right over here. And I do have an ROI slide. I think I stuck it in the wrong spot. It's like way here in the back. I'm going to pop it over here real quick so you can see. So this is the ROI estimate for 3 4-user units. So whether you're putting them in the lobby or your conference rooms, or maybe you have an additional, you have like a golf course attached to your resort. If you were to get 3 of them, this is what the ROI is looking at. And this is only based on 7% of your screens being sold at $2,000 a month. So as you can see, pretty good ROI. All right, so if you want to learn more, we highly encourage you to reach out to us. We are happy to give you as much information as possible. I do have a link over here. I'm going to see if I can copy and paste it and put it in the chat. I don't know if I can do that while I'm sharing my screen, so I may have to stop. Let me see here. Hold on one second for me. Possibly. Maybe not everyone. Here we go. So this is a link to our Calendly. If you want to set up a call right now, which I highly recommend that you do, there's no reason not to, especially if you can, at the very least, see if this is a good fit for you. I mean, it might not be what you guys are looking for, but if we can make you guys some additional money and improve your guest experience, why wouldn't we want to talk about that and do that? So I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen right now. Does anybody, I totally forgot to stop and ask, if I get going on a tangent, sometimes I forget to ask if anybody has any questions, any concerns. Does anybody out there want me to address anything? Go ahead, put it in the chat, raise your hand, or even I can bring you up if you want to come up. Your video won't be on, but we'll hear your voice. It's up to you. Anybody? I tried to be thorough. I try so hard. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it for now. Go ahead, reach out to us. Again, we will be putting out a recording of this. So if some of it broke up or you missed it, let us know and we can send this out to you. So hope to talk to you soon and have an amazing 2022.